another beer.
I think so.
Very thirsty.
Right.
Very looking forward to this.
So, yeah, this is what I've been excited about. The Einstok. Einstok with like the little dots over the O.
It's got a good color. And a good...
Dark and heady.
Nice head.
Very nice head. Ron gives good head.
Is this a nitro?
No.
La 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 la.
Not a nitro. And I actually brought 2 more cans of this. We decided we like it because these are just normal little beer can size.
For pre-beering.
Pre-beer sized.
Pre-beering or more beering today.
Oh.
But after I drank the first one of these, while I was in Disney, I got the brilliant idea. You know what sounds great while I'm waiting on my dad and I'm drunk as hell?
Licking Mickey's butthole.
No. That's when I found my new girlfriend and the love of my life, Elsa.
Oh, you know what's funny?
I went and did a photo shoot with Elsa and Anna to meet and greet because fuck it.
Well, it's funny.
I was reading an article, like it popped up in like my Google news feed thing or something, and it was about talking about like some princess getting hit on, like some Disney princess or something getting hit on by old dads, and I just started laughing because like that was the whole conversation about
so
him and
funny.
Elsa.
I wasn't even really there to hit on her. I just thought it was funny to get a picture.
But she was expecting you to hit on her because that's basically apparently what happens. Oh, hey Elsa.
That's what happens a lot.
You want to see my dick?
You want to let it go all over your face?
This smells good.
It almost smells like black licorice in a way.
I don't smell that. I smell like a sweet
Coffee, maybe?
coffee-ish maybe.
Coffee and black licorice.
It was like legitimately the only thing they had there that was dark that I got to. Otherwise, everything else that they had drinking around the world was pretty much all lagers, Bud Light clones.
And this is very stout.
Yeah, it is. It tastes coffee-ish.
Yeah, it's got that bitter, unsweetened coffee flavor.
With like, I don't know. There's
Black
like
licorice.
I don't get the black licorice. I hate black licorice.
It's got kind of like a Jägermeister taste.
I'm not getting it.
Not getting it? Are you liking it though?
I like it.
Okay. So I pulled up their website and Einstok Olgerd. What is that? Otgerd. It's got Olgerd. It's got all the little funky like symbols that I don't know how to pronounce very well. But
It's probably like Einstok.
yeah, Einstok. But it's located just 60 miles south of the Arctic Circle in the fishing port of Akurey, Curry, Iceland.
Curry? I don't know how you...
And basically it's made with, I won't get all like pretty reading everything directly, but it's made with glacier water.
I can say Reykjavik.
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 But basically they're all making their craft ales with the purest water on the planet from, all the melting glaciers.
Oh, yummy. No wonder it's so good.
Yes.
I think Iceland would be a cool place to go. Like, I want to see the Northern Lights. Have you seen, like, on Facebook where they have those little, I don't know if, like, a hotel type deal where it's just, like, a glass dome that you sleep in.
Yeah.
And, like, you can look at the Northern Lights while you
really
lay in bed or
fucking
whatever. God, it looks amazing, but I bet it's expensive as fuck.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I can't remember. I think I looked it up one time. I want to say it was, like, $1,500 a night or something like that.
We'll get a few people in there. It wouldn't be hateful to do one night there and then you stay in a fucking roach motel the rest of the time.
That would just be so fucking amazing, though.
That one night that you have booked for there, like you end up getting too drunk or you're so tired because you're jet lagged, you fall asleep.
Yeah, maybe you'd have to do that on like your last night or
You'd
something.
be like, God damn it, I fucked it all up.
No, about second or third day when you're getting tired of the roach motel and you want something different. So let's see. According to their site, it takes them 9 to 12 months to release new styles of beer because they like to find the new ingredients and brew the very best. They're not a brewery that tries to come out with a new style every week. They take their time with it. Didn't really see much on the history on their website, but Yeah, they're way up there, and one of their most exciting things in their news was that apparently they're now released in Kansas. So, being that they're coming from freaking Iceland, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, no shit. Thank you, Iceland.
That's right.
But
this is pretty good, but I think it's like one of those that I would have to have grow on me, because right now it's kind of like I got 3.5 or something.
Maybe it's because we drank that sweet beer first or something.
Right.
I wonder if we should like get some crackers and eat crackers in
between in the microphones.
Yeah, exactly, right into the microphone.
Right. It's a palate cleanser. I think ginger is supposed to be a palate cleanser. I know it is with sushi.
Yeah, it's with sushi.
I know that after drinking all of those like really light Bud Lighty type beers, this was the best thing I'd had all damn day.
Oh yeah.
When my dad tried it, he gave
said it was too much.
He gave the face that I was given when I was cleaning my teeth. That was the face he gave, like it was like all like making like dramatic looks and shit.
That's really funny.
But I was really excited that I saw this shit at the Jungle, and I'm like, ooh, gotta buy.
That is exciting. So I learned how to change out a sump pump this weekend, and so I was outside all day Saturday, like digging up sod because I'm wanting to do a garden path, and I'm like, it's never gonna get done unless I actually fucking get off my ass and do it, you know? Because I'm like, man, this is hard work and this sucks, and I don't want to do it, but I want to get it done. But so I was out there doing that, and then I come in and I'm like, it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat some food. So I put pizza in the oven, and then I like went to throw something in my recycling bin, which is in the landing of my basement, and my breaker box was hanging open, and I was like, why the hell is that open? That's weird. I'm like, I wonder if like I get my paranoid self because I listen to murder podcasts and stuff, and I'm like, what if somebody's in my basement or something, you know? So I like go and close the breaker box, and I had my flashlight and I shine it downstairs, and I had like a foot of water in my fucking basement. And this was like at 8 o'clock, and I had worked all day, and I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, now I need a new sump pump. And I'm like, what time does Lowe's close? Lowe's closes at 9 o'clock, and I have a pizza in the oven. I'm like, I gotta scarf this fucking pizza down and run to Lowe's. So I got Lowe's.
I would have taken it with me.
I got to Lowe's at like 8:45, and luckily I had somebody very helpful. It's like some older man, and he was like, knew exactly what to get, and he was like, it'll only take you like 5 or 10 minutes. He's like, I've done these a couple of times, and blah blah blah, and like he was very, very helpful, luckily. So I come home and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna just change this out real quick because I think it'll be really easy, because the YouTube video watch looks super easy. But I went down and I took the old one out, and like it had like a connector, like the connector that like screws down into the sump pump or whatever. And I had asked the guys, like, do you think I should get one of these? Like, they glued it in. He's like, no, they shouldn't have glued it in. And I was like, all right. And I'm like, I know, I have a feeling this is going to be glued in. And it was fucking glued in. And I'm like, God damn it. Now I have to go to Lowe's again in the morning to get one of these.
Sucks.
So,
that's how that always works.
I know. And if it wasn't for that, I probably could have had it done in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
I would have got it. I'd have been like, nope, I'm buying it.
I know. I thought too. And I was like, fuck
I can't
it.
tell you how many times, like, the fact that I have one of those type places like 5 minutes from my house, I'll just go, okay, I need A, B, C, D, back and forth, all damn day.
Dude, if it was 5 minutes, it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but it's like 20 minutes.
Oh, I know, but it's still one of those, you never get enough shit for a project.
Oh, I know. It's always at least 2 trips.
Right. It's funny.
So, yeah, I ended up spending a lot more money this weekend than I really wanted to.
Because that's how it goes.
It sure is.
That's what you get for being a homo.
Hey, at least I learned something new, and I was actually proud of myself, because I was like, I didn't think I'd be able to, like, I figured it was way more complicated than it actually was.
And that's why plumbers stay in business.
He's like, yeah, I wouldn't even pay somebody $300 to do it. It's so easy. He's like, it'll take you 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, why am I paying people to do shit like this? Because this is like the easiest fucking thing.
I think I've done plumbing by myself plenty of times to where I think plumbing is one of like the easiest things you could do.
It's disgusting is probably what it's like. Kind of worth it to pay to not be disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, true. But it's really worth it to be like, man, this cost me $50 fucking. Like,
well, it's like last year when I had that stupid toothpaste cap go down the drain and clog up the drain right where it went out to the sewer. I wound up having to call professionals in because I couldn't get for a reasonable price a drain stake long enough to get down to where it was to pop the cap out. Those guys were in and out in 5 minutes, and it was $75, but
That's not bad.
They were in and out in that fast,
But for something that's like super simple that you can do yourself, and having to pay that much, it's like,
Oh yeah.
no, I mean, like that was the easiest fucking thing. Like I would have thought it. I don't know why, but I always thought like a sump pump was like hardwired into your like electric or something for some reason. I have no idea why. Like I guess because I don't know anything about that kind of stuff.
Right.
I would imagine that depends on like who installs it. It probably wouldn't be hard to hardwire it in.
I don't know.
Is it just plugged into like a wall plug?
Yeah, it's just plugged in.
Oh well, fuck, that's easy.
Super fucking easy. All you have to do is like undo it from the fucking pipe. There's like a check valve thing on it, which I actually bought a new one of those too. Stick that fucker on there. Stick it all in the pipe. Plug it in. That's all you have to fucking do.
Easy stuff right there.
And I'm like,
and this is why Ariana is a badass.
dude, I grew up in a house where guys did everything, like all that kind of stuff. So it's like I was kind of raised in a house where like gender had its roles, like guys did this and girls did like dishes and cleaned and cooked and stuff, and guys did all the outside work and all the dirty work, and so it's like I never really learned how to do that, and I've just been kind of like trying to learn how to do stuff like that now, and it's actually like it's kind of empowering.
Right.
Again, why she's a badass.
I feel like my thought is it's like if I know people that do it and they are just I've seen like heard about people saying that they did it versus paying someone to do it, I'd be like, I can probably figure it out too. It's like if it looks easier, just sure, why not? Like
so far this year, I've learned how to wire lights, and I've learned how my sump pump, and I'm sure there's some other things. I don't know, but yeah, I'm like I've already learned that shit this year.
Hell yeah!
We're 3 months in.
Sweet. So I didn't have a story, but I do have a thought. Like I don't know where this thought came from, but let's I don't know because ghosting used to be a major issue. Like you would hear all over the social media, and then everybody was putting like ghosting etiquette versus like this is how you should do it, this is how you should do it. And I'm kind of like, what if you just like happen to accidentally swipe on somebody, or you like swiped on them and then you looked more into their profile and you're like, ew, they're kind of fucking ugly. Or it's like maybe they just have nasty teeth and you didn't realize it or something. It's like, so if they are the first ones to message you and you don't message back, is that a ghosting? And it's like, is that against etiquette? And if it is, then like, what do you say? Do you say just like, ooh, your teeth are fucking gross? Like,
ew.
Sorry, I swiped on you. I didn't see how nasty your teeth were before I swiped left.
So like, I think so. You are or are not the first person to message.
They are. So like, if you accidentally, you don't necessarily you could accidentally swipe on them, but it's like they message you first, and then like are you obligated to respond?
No, fuck no.
Okay, because I was like, is that a ghosting, or is it ghosting when you made a connection with somebody and it was going good, and then they just stopped messaging?
I think that
I would call that a ghosting.
There's been times where I've accidentally swiped on somebody, and they like right away like, hey, what's up?
And you're like,
and I'm
damn
like,
it.
fuck, unmatched.
See, that's not a ghosting. In what you got going on is not a ghosting. From like when I was doing the dating app scene, there was a lot of, we matched. Hi. Okay. Well, there's nothing back. And like, a couple hours later, how you doing? Give it like a day, and then if there's no response, okay, well, that was they thought better of it. Fuck them.
Right.
And that's not really a ghosting. To me, a ghosting is I talk to you a little bit, and I'm like, ooh, this chick might be cool. They might be all right. And then all of a sudden, it's like, so hey, you want to get together for dinner? You want to make plans? You want to do something? Nothing. Not being blocked, not being deleted, nothing. Being left on red.
I feel like it's, in my opinion, it would be even more than like, it wouldn't be like, we just talked a little bit. I feel like there would be like an actual good connection, like something that kind of like made you feel good. You're like, oh man, I like that. Like you can't wait to hear back from them versus like, okay, it's their turn to talk.
Like you were talking every day and it was actually seemed to be going really well or whatever.
And then all of a sudden nothing.
Yeah.
I think that would be the ghosting.
I feel like that too.
Okay, so that answers my question. You don't have to tell somebody they're ugly. Oops, sorry,
You
you're
can,
ugly.
if you want.
You can if you
Oh,
want.
damn. I accidentally swiped, not realize. No, I didn't fucking blow up the picture to see how nasty your teeth
I would
were.
send him.
My bad.
I would send him a gif of the Schitt's Creek. Ew, David.
So, like,
what I would do
in
personally.
terms of that sort of thing, like, only a person that is, like, super fucking desperate, like, they think I'm ugly. That bitch thinks I'm ugly. Oh, man, and she sent me an ew, David? Am I really that bad? Man, Missy, am I really that awful? You're supposed to say yes.
Yes, you're ugly, dude.
You nasty. And then Ron just agrees. He's just like, yeah.
Right. Well, see, I feel like, though, people have probably suffered really low self-esteem due to dating apps because, if they don't hardly get anybody. I think because I was going to say swiping on them and I almost said wiping on them. But
Same thing.
I think I was watching, I think it was a TikTok, and some dude had a video going, and he said something about the dating apps have, like, basically let him know how ugly he really is or something like that. It's kind of like,
Well, like, you get on dating apps, you get swiping, and eventually what it leads to is you're like, okay, so look at me. I'm a 39-year-old guy. I've got a really good job. I'm doing a good job being a dad. I'm not that bad looking. I'm not that fat and hairy. Oh, you know what? That's cool. Let's go. Let's see how this works. And you're like, huh. Swipe. Man.
I would do all these chicks. Right.
Well, like, that's the thing. You start off on those. Here's the thing, though.
That's
you start
probably
off.
why I get so many.
It's been 4 months and I get no matches. Jesus.
Well, that's the thing. You start off, being real selective. Oh, she's hot. Okay, I like her profile. Okay. Then after a while, you're just like, yep.
Because you're just dying to get a match.
You're just dying to talk to somebody, and every time you get nothing, you're like, man, my fucking ego. Then you finally get a match, and then you're like, hi, and you get left on red.
The thing is,
by Missy.
If by doing the yep, eventually you're probably like swiping on somebody that you may not have, and she might end up being like really fucking cool.
Right.
But dating apps are like the biggest ego killer for adults, I think.
This goes back to how I was saying that there's like multiple times more men than there are women because men are lonely and they need someone versus women just being like, oh, I love being single. Like, this is the greatest life ever.
Well, like, back to that shit. I remember years and years ago, there used to be a dating site for, was it Ashley Madison? Mm-hmm. Okay, Ashley
Isn't that
Madison.
the cheater site?
Yes,
Yeah,
Ashley Madison was a cheater site supposed to be for rich guys to find women who want to cheat.
Basically a sugar baby.
Yeah, and like somebody had hacked the site and like did a public dump of all the data, and like for every like 20 men or something, there were like 3 women, 5 women, and of those, half of their like actual number of women were just bots.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, huh.
So basically 2 women per 20 guys.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And she totally had her pick of like whatever the hell she wanted, you know?
Well, right, because she can be picking whatever she wants, and the dudes have to be like, well, I guess I'm swiping on all of them. I hope one of them wants me.
I hope one of them wants me and is real.
So, like, is it China where they like value having male children?
They used to.
And I think it started to come to a head where there was like way more men than women, and they were having like issues being able to find a woman because of stuff like that. So
in the same breath, they were having like not just issues finding women, but like their like birth rate was going down because of that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Sounds like y'all are gonna have to start going gay to find a suitable significant other.
I'm gonna have to start going gay.
Well, not you necessarily, because you already have one. But, right.
Hi.
But I mean, just like dudes in general, they're just gonna have to start just accepting the fact that maybe they're gay and they don't know it.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
So what was it we were talking about earlier, like the whole mommy wife thing? So who's the mommy wife in a gay relationship like that?
Well, it's just whoever the one that's the more feminine one. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just if they're more feminine and But I feel, I mean, maybe they could have a mommy wife type deal in their situation.
Yeah. Well,
and then there's maybe one that says
a daddy wife.
A daddy husband.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be, Yeah, like basically there would be one that's, I'm the income earner. You're gonna, stay at home with the kids, or you're
gonna stay at home with the dogs.
Right. Well, I mean, they can
Is
have
that the
kids
daddy
too.
husband?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not even necessarily that. It's just a guy that like tells you what to do all the time. Like you gotta do it this way. Or
Right.
you gotta do this.
God damn it, Chaz! You suck dick bad. You're gonna suck dick like this. No, let me show you. You gotta deep through it all the way to the balls. Yeah. No, not just like the head, Chaz.
Like you gotta do this. You gotta make this phone call today. You gotta do these dishes. You gotta do blah blah blah. I think that's like the daddy husband.
There you go. That's right. It's not the guy that wants to go out and just take care of the family. It's the guy that wants to fucking tell you what to do.
He wants to control everything.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of that in those relationships.
Right, that makes sense.